And here we are approaching, the exact date is the 7th of Tammuz, and it's going to be the Hulula of a great Rabbi Mordechai Kurkos Z'tl Libracha, actually one of the famous rabbis from Morocco, from Marrakesh, respectively. And he was actually born in the English year 1890, that's naturally Hey Taf Reish Vav in the Hebrew, and passed away in English year 1954. And Hey Taf Shin Dalet, Yud Dalet. He was a great rabbi. He was an Av Bet Din, head of a Jewish court. He was a Rosh Yeshiva also in Marrakesh, as we stated before, and really, really great rabbi. So let's explore within regards to the greatness. So he was born, I believe, in Marrakesh, and that was in the year 1890, as we stated before, and he came from great heritage. His father was Rabbi Avram Kurkos, and really came from a great house. So his mother was a big tzedeket also. I believe the actual family itself, the great Corkos family, were originally living in Spain hundreds of years before, and unfortunately were exiled from Spain, part of the Spanish Inquisition in the year 1492, if I'm not mistaken also. And it's actually interesting. It came from, as we said before, from very, very great heritage. And some of the ancestors in his family include Rabbi Yosef Korkos, I believe, also was one of the great sages of Egypt, and especially the land of Israel after the Spanish Inquisition. That's what many people would claim. Unfortunately, there was troubleships in his life. His father passed away while he was at a young age. He was only about 11 years of age when that happened. And his grandfather helped in raising him up. Rabbi Shmuel Korkos also was a really great rabbi, also came from a great line of rabbi. He learned in Marrakesh under the auspices of a great rabbi, Rabbi Yitzchak ben Charbon, very, very great rabbi. And then afterwards, I believe he learned in the yeshiva of Rabbi Elazar Halevi, who was also Rosh Yeshiva in the great yeshiva in Marrakesh, respectively. And wrote, I believe he himself wrote the book Avodat Halevi, also, which is a commentary on Shas, on the Gemara itself, respectively. And after that, I think he learned under the auspices of Rabbi Avram ben Sosan, very, very great rabbi, who was actually, I believe, Dayan and a Moritz Tzedek and Rosh Yeshiva, also in the Bado, and had a very, very prominent position also in Morocco in general. He learned over there, and then he was working in Shimush in a yeshiva also, and helping Rabbi Abram Azuleh, I believe, in Marrakesh, respectively. He himself was also a great rabbi, a great mukubal, and much, much more can be related over within regards to him. So he learned over there, and he was also, we said before, also I think he was working as a Moritz Tzedek and a Dayan in the Bet Din of Rabbi Moshe Zrihen, another great rabbi. I believe we spoke actually about another relative of Rabbi Moshe Zrihen in another video. I believe it was, I think it was at the time of his Hilula, which would have been, or maybe it was a relative of him, I think a relative of Rabbi Moshe Zrihen. Also, I've got to double check on that, but please look over all the videos we've done on the great Sfardi Rabbanim of Yesi. You'll see a Rabbi Zrihen at some stage inside the videos. Okay, and then afterwards, I think he was also working for Rabbi Moshe Zrihen, the great rabbi in the Bet Din, also with Rabbi Shaul ibn Danan, who was another great Dayan and an Ab Bet Din, also in Morocco. And afterwards, I think he was also very close contact with Rabbi Ephraim Shalom in Kava, another very great rabbi who was a Posek Halacha and a Dayan in Marrakesh, respectively. And after that, he was, I think, put in the position as an Av Bet Din in Marrakesh. I'm not sure if that was replacing Rabbi Moshe Zrihen or not, but it was a very, very extremely high position also. And I think after yes, that was a very prominent position. He was becoming after that. I think afterwards, after he left, after a short period of time, and actually his job as Av Bet Din of this Bet Din, great Bet Din, I think was replaced with Rabbi Machluf Abu Chatzera, who was also a really great rabbi. Also, we spoke about him, I believe, also. And also, Rabbi Kurkos, he continued to serve as a deputy rabbi over there, which was also a very, very prominent position over there. he was the Sagan, as we call it, of the community, and he passed away in Zayin Tammuz in the year Hey Tafshin Yud Dalet. This naturally was 1954. He was buried in the Jewish cemetery, I think in Marrakesh, in the plots for the great rabbis and the Dayanim also, which is has to be stated over. Who was part of his students? He had many great students, and let's explore some of them, including Rabbi Yair Chavuta, who became later on the rabbi of Be'er Yaakov. This is a city in, I think, the southern part of Israel, if I'm not mistaken. Also, another great student was Rabbi Baruch Sabag, also became a Dayan in Marrakesh, respectively, and Abbetzin in Asfi, also, if I'm not mistaken. He was also the author of the Minchat Belula, if I'm not mistaken. Also, another one of his students, Talmidim, was Rab Chaim Biton, who became Rosh Yeshiva of Etz Chaim, and had very prominent position also throughout. I think he also in Spain, if I'm not mistaken. Now, he wrote some great Torah books also. Rabbi Mordechai Kurkos did. Which books did he make? Did he write? Including the Gedolot Mordechai, which is... I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think his Talmid actually had it printed, if I'm not mistaken, which was actually put into two chalakim, if I'm not mistaken. It was published, it was a handwriting of his student, Rabbi Yair Chavuta, as we said before. It was two chalakim, and the first chelek, I believe, which was Kiddushim on Masechet Ketubot and on Masechet Baba Kama, on these two tractates of the Gemara, respectively. Also, I think it featured Hilchot Pesach, the laws of Passover, also Moadim, and also Isu V'Heta, which people will learn inside the Rabbanut exams. If they're training to be Smichas, usually they would learn Isu V'Heta and other important Shvot on different topics also. The second chelek of the book included a Perush, I think, of Rabbi Abram ibn Ezra on the Torah Drashot and on different Musar also, which has to be pointed out. So there was two volumes of this great book that was published, of the Gedolot Mordechai also, respectively. He was a great, great rabbi. And please don't forget to light candles in his memory. We've spoken about several rabbis from the famous Marrakesh area in Morocco. He was about 64 years of age at the time of passing. Also, naturally, he was born in the year 1890 and passed away in 1954. So he was about 64 years of age. I wish you all a great day. Shavua Tov. Hope this was very thought-provocative. Good to hear the stories of the great rabbis. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and watch over the previous videos on the previous great rabbanim from the Oriental countries.